You talk about blowing a conventional wisdom to smithereens. Holy smokes, have you seen this? With Jeb Bush out. Remember what everybody said. You had Trump over here at his 35%, whatever, and you had everybody else over here. And all of that equaled anti-Trump. So you had these people out there say, yeah, so if Kasich gets out or if Carson gets out, and those votes are going to go to Rubio or Cruz, and they're going to get closer. And then if Cruz or Rubio get out, then it's going to solidify, and then eventually we're going to beat Trump. Well, all that just got blown to smithereens, folks, because one-time front-runner Jeb... When was Jeb the front-runner? Greetings and welcome back, by the way. Great Rush Limbaugh here today. It had to be... Yeah, that's what had to be before he declared. Yeah, back in January. I'm sorry, December 2014, when Jeb was saying he's going to win the general by losing the primary, and as I said yesterday, the first stage of that he's done. So according to the Bush team, they are primed now to win the general election because they've lost the primary. That must have been when he was the highest rated back in late 2014 and the first half, maybe 2015, before he announced before Trump got in. Anyway. One-time frontrunner Jeb Bush's exit from the 2016 Republican presidential race has helped Donald Trump expand his lead. Oh, no! That wasn't supposed to happen. Bush's votes, as relatively few as they are, not supposed to go to Trump. No. Of all the candidates, Bush voters would never go to Trump. Maybe Carson's. Maybe some of Rubio's if he got out. Maybe some of Cruz's. But never. It wouldn't happen. Not a single Jeb voter would migrate to Trump. Rasmussen reports said today that Trump has expanded his lead by 15 points. This is a Rasmussen national survey, 36%. Rubio's at 21. Cruz is at 17. Rasmussen found that Trump expanded his lead by 5 points. Time to when Jeb got out. So all of this conventional wisdom that every candidate with support, other than Trump's not going to get any of it. I've been warning people that that's not the case anyway. And now we have our first bit of... This is going to shock them. This is going to blow them wide open. They're not going to know what hit them. And the second polling story today is that in Ohio, Trump beats Kasich by 6 points, and that's the only reason Kasich is hanging on, is to have a good showing in Ohio. Kasich wants to be kingmaker. Kasich knows he's not going to be the nominee. Kasich wants to be the kingmaker, maybe even be the Veep. And yesterday, Larry Sabato and somebody else on television suggested that the fastest, best way to head Trump off at the pass is for Rubio to go out there and ask Kasich to be his VP and for Kasich to accept it so that these guys, eventually Kasich's vote could all go to Rubio, particularly when they get into Ohio, and then have the ticket, Kasich, Rubio, Florida, Ohio, and skunk Trump. And that's the only way they can do it. If they don't do it and do it fast, according to Sabato and some of the others, there's no stopping Trump. Kevin McCarthy, better than 50% chance Trump the nominee. Others are saying that time is dwindling away. But this Ohio poll showing Trump ahead of Kasich, I don't know what people were expecting, but apparently they were expecting Kasich to win that because he's the governor there and is a relatively popular figure there. But it's amazing. The evidence is right in front of everybody, and they continue, many of them, to remain in various states of denial. Can I give you two contrasting stories here today? Lead story all morning at Drudge. Trump says that if he's elected president, he will prosecute Hillary. Do you know what a big deal that is to people? I think this is another one of these classics. I believe that people see that and don't believe Trump means it. He's just mouthing off that he would never, ever do it. And big whoop. Why is Drudge making that the lead story? The truth of the matter is, there are people out there who have wanted Hillary Clinton prosecuted since the 90s. There are people out there who have wanted Bill and Hillary Clinton seriously intersecting with the law since the 1990s. There are a lot of people who, this will surprise you, and it's anecdotal. I've had about 5 email notes today from people. That's it. I'm going Trump. If he really does that, that's it. The hatred or the opposition or the disgust with the Clintons is so deep and profound that even something as innocuous as something people think Trump will flip-flop on has energized some people. And I mentioned this because I still think that there's a lot of people, even with the evidence right in front of them, still do not realize what's going on. So on one hand, here we have Trump claiming that he will prosecute Hillary. On the other hand, this is, I don't know. I'll just read it to you. Real Clear Politics, Marco Rubio lays out his policies. He was on with O'Reilly last night. And by the way, Dr. Krauthammer got annoyed with O'Reilly last night. I happened to accidentally have the TV on. I was watching some stuff on Apple TV, and I hit the wrong button, and it switched over to DirecTV, and Fox News was on from the weekend. So I watched it a little bit, and O'Reilly did his usual thing of giving his analysis and asking Krauthammer, okay, where am I right or where am I wrong? And Krauthammer's not there to tell anybody whether O'Reilly's right or wrong. He's there to tell people what he thinks. So he answered it, and it was kind of a lot of friction there. But anyway, O'Reilly last night grilled Marco Rubio what his policy will be on illegal immigration and immigration in general. And Rubio said, if we prove illegal immigration is finally under control, Americans will respond in a responsible way. Now, my guess is that this is exactly what the conservative or the Republican base does not want to hear from Marco Rubio right now. I don't know, folks. Because look, it's just a side-by-side A-B comparison. Here's Trump still assuring everybody he's going to build a wall. Still assuring everybody they're going to go. The people here illegally are going to go. Trump, no matter what happens, what Trump is saying is that's what he's going to do. He's not wavered. And over here, Rubio is essentially saying, hey, look, once we secure the border, I'm sure the American people will respond in a responsible way. The translation for that is, we're not going to send them home. We're going to find a way to keep them here. It may not equal amnesty. It may not equal whatever, but I'm just telling you that this is not what people that Rubio needs to vote for him need to hear. Then you have Cruz comes out today, or last night, I guess, whenever it was, and doubled down. He made it no bones about it. He's going to deport. He supports people. Said, we're not quite sure what you're going to do here, Senator. You're talking tough on amnesty and so forth, but what happens? You're elected president, and what happens? They've got to follow the law. We're going to get rid of them. We're going to send them back. We're going to make them get back in the country legally, but we will deport all of them. So Trump and Cruz saying that, Rubio over here saying, well, if we prove that illegal immigration is finally under control, meaning if we prove we've secured the border, I'm sure the American people will understand. He said, as far as the 12 million that are here, look, I don't believe the American people support some sort of militaristic roundup of individuals, and I don't think you can carry it out. The sort of tactics it would require would offend the American people. Maybe, I'm not so sure it would offend. I mean, it would offend some, sure, but I'm the people that we're talking about here voting in Republican primaries. Not so